back with another episode of the Morning Joint Podcast. I'm super excited to be recapping NBA All-Star Weekend. It was a phenomenal week of sports. Um, really enjoyed everything that went on this weekend. Really enjoyed our Catalyst All-Star Weekend stuff. We're gonna bring all that. Very special Morning Joint Podcast episode today, folks. NBA All-Star Weekend 2026 took place here in Inglewood, California. When I say here, I mean LA, SoCal, South Central, your boy San Pedro. Obama was literally at the All-Star game. Former President Barack Obama, two-time winning President Barack Obama, was at the NBA All-Star Weekend. Thursday night was the official pregame in Los Angeles. You had my team, Catalyst, coming together with Cannabiotics at the Catalyst Hawthorne Consumption Lounge in Hawthorne, California. We put together what was called a Terp Social. You basically showed up, Cannabiotics had a tasting, could buy the products in the store, and we were watching older editions of the All-Star game. I put on some of the past years' games, and we made a thing watching those games and enjoying that. And that was fun. I really enjoyed it. Um, Cannabiotics has some great flour. They brought some rosin. Overall, a good time. Overall, a good evening. We got into Friday, and Friday was the celebrity game for the NBA All-Star game. We had the very first ever Catalyst All-Star Showcase. The celebrity game was exciting. The Rising Stars game was exciting. The three-point contest was exciting. The skills challenge was exciting. The dunk contest was exciting. USA Stars versus USA Stripes versus the world NBA world players. This was the best NBA All-Star game we've had. I could arguably say a decade. I could arguably say a decade. It has not been since the likes of Kobe Bryant. We have not seen a competitive All-Star game. Lots of people love to blame LeBron and the culture of the current NBA players for killing the competitiveness of the All-Star game. I don't know. I don't care. I just know that this one was the most exciting All-Star game we've had in years. And it was very cool for Respect My Region and I. It was awesome. We're very appreciative of the ability to collaborate with Catalyst and their Hawthorne Consumption Lounge. Um, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I had a great time hosting the events that we did and just watching the game and appreciating the culture. So today's episode, folks, is going to be all about breaking down the All-Star game and what we did at Catalyst and covering some of the exciting things there. So we'll talk about some of the names first. The celebrity game was on Friday. We had Kana, we had West Coast Cure, and we had Sunset Connect. Big shout out to Sunset Connect. I got one joints right here. A little $5 indoor pre-roll joints. Kana, buy one, get one. And if you bought any of their products, you got to custom print up your own bag with patches, which was really cool. I love the creativity from Kana. West Coast Cure was there with Jeffrey Joints celebrating the new debut of their Pop Brothers at Law Shut the Fuck Up OG pre-roll packs, infused, diamond fused, terpene infused. Overall, just a really potent product, lots of flavor, um, potent as fuck. We were dabbing some live resin, we were dabbing some rosin. It was dope. But once the game got started, once the NBA All-Star celebrity game got started, there were two teams. You had Team Giannis Antetokounmpo and Team Carmelo Anthony. On Team Giannis, you had Rome Flynn, Taco Fall, Keenan Allen from the NFL, CJ Stroud from the NFL, former NBA All Star Baron Davis. You had Walker Hayes, Trenton Jackson, Jewel Lloyd. I don't know who those people are. And then on Team Anthony, Team Carmelo, you had former 49er and current Steeler DK Metcalf, current Los Angeles Ram Puka Nacua, Grammy nominated artist Sir. You had Jennifer Hudson, AJ McLean. You also had Lotto. You also had Drewski, and you also had Kayla Thornton. The reality is that Giannis won 65-58. Rome Flynn was the MVP. He had 17 points. Taco Fall had 20 points and a 4-point play. Keenan Allen hit a 4-point shot. I'm sorry, Taco Fall had a dominated inside with 20. Keenan Allen hit a 4-point play. And overall, it was just an exciting. It was an exciting celebrity all-star game. I mean, the reality is like you don't expect these athletes to put up a ton of points. For a couple players to put up 17 and 20 and things like that, that means they were making buckets. They were making buckets. And shout out this pre-roll tasting delicious. Sunset Connect in the house. Cali Kush. Now remember, folks, the All-Star game took place at Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. That is where the Clippers play. So as we progress into the Rising Stars game, Carmelo Anthony, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter drafted the Rising Stars players. Team Vince won the tournament. VJ Edgecombe was the Rising Stars MVP. All right. Team Vince had a great roster. You had VJ Edgecombe, Con Knipple, Bryant, Derek Lively III, Scoot Henderson, Amen Thompson, Brandon Miller. Team Carmelo, this is going to be the older players. Jalen Harper, Jalen Johnson, Keontae George, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Duran, Cam Whitmore, Benedict Mathurin. Team McGrady, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Grady Digg, Jabari Smith Jr., Jaden Ivey, Walker Kessler, Bilal Coulibaly, and Jordan Hawkins. This was some of the most competitive basketball of the weekend. There was strong effort. There was solid shots being made. Young players were out there trying to make a name. And when we talking about the Rising Stars, when we talk about the NBA, we talk about what the point is of this All-Star weekend, trying to showcase talent. The Rising Stars versus the sophomores was definitely rising talent. It was cool getting to see two brothers going head-to-head against each other. It was cool getting to watch that buzzer beater, the win. You know, the sports. We was getting high, folks. We was smoking. You know what I'm saying? We was smoking these joints, watching this shit, enjoying kind of edibles. And that's what it's all about in our world, man. Enjoying sports. We were enjoying some legal cannabis at a legal consumption lounge, and that was one of the most memorable experiences I've had in my life. The first time I've ever been at a legal consumption lounge for NBA All-Star or the Super Bowls or anything, and been able to safely, compliantly just have a good time enjoying products, you know? Now, this brings us to the next point of the call, folks. Hold on one second. I'm not sure. We're going to just kill off whatever that. Now, the 3-point contest kicked off things on Saturday, 2 o'clock. And they started it off with the 3-point contest, folks. Like, Saturday kicked it off, 3-point contest. You had Damian Lillard, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Maxey, Jamal Murray in his first All-Star, Norman Powell, Bobby Portis Jr., Con Knipple, the rookie. Ultimately, Damian Lillard got the dub in the final round, 29-27. Devin Booker put up 27. I enjoyed it. It's fun watching Lillard. Donovan Mitchell's a certified All-Star. I would say Devin Booker, certified All-Star. Tyrese Maxey, certified All-Star. Jamal Murray got shots. Bobby Portis Jr. got shots. Norman Powell puts a point. Con Knipple's a 3-point shooter. It was a good 3-point contest. I enjoyed it. Damian Lillard hasn't played all season. He got traded. He signed to the Portland Trailblazers again. where he built his career up, and he came in there and spanked all these guys. And we like that. I'm a Lillard fan. Two I got two pairs of Lillard shoes here at the house. One pink pair, one black pair. I've been wearing them for years. I love those shoes. I have a recommendation, folks. What do you think about this recommendation? What do you guys think about this recommendation? I want Reggie Miller, Del Curry. Fuck it. Bring back Larry Bird. I want some old heads versus the young heads. I want a team of women. Caitlin Clark, Sabrina, another 3-point shooter from the WNBA versus NBA legends versus WNBA legends versus current NBA All-Stars. Hit me with that. Give me a sponsor to pay that bag. We need Caitlin Clark and Sabrina. Give them $25 to $50 million each. We will watch. I will watch Steph Curry and his dad and his brother play, shoot against other people. Absolutely. We got to see some different shit. We need the NBA to take a risk. We need them to keep stacking wins. Stack up these wins, NBA. Come on. Now we get to the skills challenge. Now Saturday at the Catalyst Lounge for All-Star Weekend was dope. We had a comedy show from 6 to 8 p.m., which means we got to watch all the All-Star stuff beforehand. So we had Muhammad's there. They hung out with us, watched all these, the 3-point, the skills. We watched the dunk contest together, and then we had the comedy show. But first, before we get to the comedy show, we have the skills challenge. All right. The winning team was a trio of Knicks players: Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, and Allen Houston. On other teams, we saw Team Cameron, Jalen Johnson, Con Knipple, and Corey Maggette. And then Team West, we saw Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, De'Aaron Fox, and Andre Reeves. The event worked because players really did compete. I think this was something that they kind of did to spice it up. And although I did not watch this section, I was busy working. Watching the replays of it was definitely much more exciting than watching the previous years of just having these players bounce a basketball, run around, run through some loops and dribble, and then fucking lay it up. How boring was that? So stupid. Whoever was in that position for years at the NBA, y'all should never get a job again, man. That was so whack. This one though is dope because you got super duper talent, right? You got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, De'Aaron Fox, Austin Reeves, right? Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, All-Star. I'm sorry, I think Allen Houston is either a current. Yeah, no, he would have been old school. You know what I'm saying? That Allen Houston. Point is, they competed. Now let's get to the dunk contest, folks. Let's talk about this dunk contest. The winner was Keshad Johnson from, I want to say, the Miami. Big dude, solid dunks. He was dancing all over the place. The runner was Carter Bryant of the Spurs. We also saw the Lakes Jackson Hayes, and then we saw Jace Richardson, son of former dunk contest winner Jason Richardson from the Golden State Warriors. Now, Bryant had a perfect 50 earlier in the contest. He did this perfect toss, dunk through the legs. It was ill. We were hyped. At the lounge, we were hyped. But the reality is that his next round versus Keshad, he missed the same dunk 3-4 times, and it was not the same. You guys know the deal with the dunk contest. We watch somebody try to do a dunk 3, 4, 5 times. We not as excited for them when they hit it, if they hit it. And unfortunately for Carter in that round, he was not able to hit it. Now, the reality here is that I'm tired of watching no-name athletes. Sorry. I'm tired of watching no-name athletes participate in this goddamn dunk contest. I know that people are like, why is he in this? And we got a comment here from Carlos Juarez. Jackson Hayes scrubbed the dunk contest. I think he was a scrub in the dunk contest. He's a 7-footer and didn't even hardly try. Give me some people with some bounce. I would have rather watched Max McClung than Jackson Hayes do what he did. It's that simple for me. Give me some athletes. Give me some athletes that is exciting to watch. Give me Max McClung. Give me the best amateur dunkers outside the NBA. That Jordan Klinger, whatever guy with the blue hair, the white dude. Give me somebody from Houston, because somebody from Houston always got stupid bounce. Where was Jalen Green? Where was Jalen Green in this? Jan Hayes? Come on, bro. Keshad, Carter Bryant, we don't care about these people. With all due respect to those athletes, we don't, as fans. This is the All-Star weekend, All-Star showcase. You want to fucking have a rising stars or a coming or a whatever, some young kids dunking that nobody knows about? Do something else. But don't sit here and feed us fans, the NBA diehard fans that we are. I'm a Seattle Sonics diehard basketball fan. Don't sit there and feed me. Don't sit there and feed me scrubs that nobody cares about. Backups, people that don't even start in the NBA. Why in the NBA All-Star Weekend are we seeing people that don't even start on NBA teams in dunk contests? You never do that for the three-point contest. That's why Damian Lillard was in there. That's why Devin Booker's in there. We wouldn't do that. And to be honest, there was a couple three-point shooters in there that didn't deserve to be there either. That's a fact. The fuck was Jamal Murray doing in that list? Come on. Now, to answer your question, Weed Commerce Marketplace, today's episode is brought to you guys by Sunset Connect. $5 pre-rolls available at all 30 Catalyst locations, it's my understanding. Cali Kush. Force all-star players to perform the dunk contest. Bro, Muggsy Bogues is hella old. Spud Webb, too old. Nate Robinson, also too old. The best that we can get today, 2026, next year, All-Star 2027, wherever the hell it's at, the best that we can get is Mac McClung. Did you guys see the potential dunks Mac McClung would have done had he been invited to the dunk contest? No, y'all didn't see? Okay, well, go watch it. Search that shit up right now. I'm not pulling it up because I'm too spicy right now. I would have rather have watched him. I would have rather have watched Jalen Green. I think he's now on the motherfucking Suns, right? You could have kept Keshad. You could have kept some, but come on, bro. The person who last won the dunk contest is now not in the dunk contest, and he's still under contract with, I think, the Bulls, Mac McClung. Y'all did him dirty. Y'all did us fans dirty too, NBA. I'm not happy with that. We want to see actual fucking hoopers, stars. Okay, now Mac McClung, not a star. He's a star in the G League and he's won it 3 times. I'm beefing. I'm beefing. And that's just the reality for where I'm at. Give me the best amateur dunkers, 2 of them, versus the best G League dunker. Give me 2 NBA guys. Good NBA guys. Give me good NBA dunkers. Stars. Someone. Pay Anthony Edwards. You still see LeBron's head up at the rim. LeBron at 40 in the dunk contest. We will watch. We will watch. We will watch. Somebody even put a woman in it. Have a women's dunk contest. There are multiple women in the WNBA and in college that can dunk. We are seeing women in high school dunk. Stop it with the excuses. It's still missing superstar participation, but it is alive. Who are these names? Who is Keshad Johnson? No one cares. Carter Bryant, no one cares. Jackson Hayes, Lakers, still nobody cares. Jason Richardson's son, that's what we had to look forward to for this dunk contest? That was the draw? Fuck out of here. NBA? Now let's keep it pushing because I was stoked for the new format for the All-Star game. To Cody McCall over here on Instagram, yes, still missing superstar participation. But the All-Star game did change this format, so we progress to the game. There was a new 3-team format for this year's NBA All-Star game, folks. 3 teams: USA Stars, USA Stripes, and then the World Team. The World Team had a crazy roster, bro. The World Team had Nikola Jokic, it had Luka Doncic, it had Wembanyama, it had, I think it had Giannis on it. It was crazy. It was crazy. The champion team that won was the USA Stars team. Anthony Edwards, 32 points, MVP. Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Anthony Davis, Jaylen Brown, Devin Booker. Now, 2 of those players didn't play. Jason Tatum, not playing. Anthony Davis, not playing. Stephen Curry also did not play. The Stripe team: Kawhi Leonard, John Morant, Tyrese Halliburton, Bam Adebayo, Paul George, De'Aaron Fox, Trae Young. Team World: this was the insane team. Pascal Siakam, Larry Markkanen, Nikola Jokic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, Victor Wembanyama. The World Team played crazy, folks. Wembanyama started off the first game, got the tip over Anthony Edwards, sprinted to the post, got past the ball, leaned, dunked without even jumping. Just went up on his and yammed it right on the big guy. It's great. That was the first time I have ever seen somebody punk, absolutely punk Americans at an American sport, basketball. Wembanyama tipped the ball to his teammate, sprinted down to baseline post, got past the ball, leaned on his tippy toes, yammed it right in our American faces. It was great. And then from there on, he said that was the tone being set. And you saw people play defense. You saw people denying. You saw people blocking. Wembanyama had so many blocks over the course of the tournament. I loved it. I loved it. As a fan, I loved it. As a fan, I loved it. It was great. You had some players in there that we didn't expect. LeBron played and he played a lot. KD, it was great seeing KD put up some points. Kawhi put up some points. It was exciting. It was fun. And this was the most engaged I've been with an NBA All-Star game in years. Really enjoyed it as a fan. Really enjoyed it as a fan. Now, aside from that first play when Wemby really set the tone, I really enjoyed seeing Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards goes hard. He just loves to hoop, and I love watching him hoop. It was cool watching him go hard, takes to the basket and take smart shots and passing the ball. There was a buzzer beater by one player from Toronto. It was exciting, man. This was the best basketball we've seen in a long time at NBA All-Star Weekend, and I'm 100% here for that. The international presence is stronger than ever, and that's a fact, right? Um, One of my other favorite aspects of All-Star Weekend, folks, was I was blessed to be invited by Chase Bank to go to the Complex Market. Chase sponsored Complex and their market in downtown LA over in the Arts District. And they created this thing called the Cashback Courts, the Cashback Freedom Courts, where fans could get some airbrushed merchandise and some collectible bags and shoot baskets on this court per 2 courts by Chase. Then later in the day, they brought some celebrities through. We were there for Kevin Hart, Chris Paul, and Lakers player Jared Vanderbilt. It was cool watching these athletes just engage with regular people and make fun of them and talk shit. Kevin Hart is obviously super funny, and Chris Paul and all of the years of commercials we've seen him on State Farm. It was just an exciting experience. I can't thank the NBA and the City of Los Angeles enough for collaborating for such an incredible All-Star weekend. Um, the internet was crazy. The moments were crazy. The culture was crazy. The networking the community building. It was just wonderful. Sports transcends race. Basketball transcends race or religion or cultures. Um, and it was really great to see some of the energy shift from been seeing around the country here in the United States and have it be a little bit of a different thing for us to focus on. Some people might call that a distraction. Entertainment is that in many ways. But for a lot of us, basketball is life, sports is life. And for the NBA's biggest midseason activity to happen here in Los Angeles, it was great. And I very much appreciate being here in Los Angeles and being able to be a part of it. Um, Big shout out to Catalyst for collaborating with us for the first ever Catalyst All Star Weekend Showcase. Thursday with Cannabiotics, Terp Socials. Friday, Catalyst All Star Showcase, Kana, West Coast Cure, Sunset Connect. Saturday with Muham Meds and the Joint Effort Comedy Show series. We had 6 comedians on Saturday. It was phenomenal. And then on Sunday, we had a watch party, aka yesterday. And that was powered by Kana again and Sunset Connect. And so big thank you to all the brands that collaborated with me and Respect My Region. Big shout out to all the fans that showed up and all the customers that supported Catalyst and our events. And big thank you again to the NBA and Chase for inviting us out, and to Complex for hosting such a cool cultural driven event. We'll have a recap of all the different events. We'll also have a recap of our experience at Complex Market. And folks, we'll also have a recap of the comedy show. So be sure to stay tuned, like, follow, subscribe to All Things Respect My Region. And we will have you again, have another episode again next week on Monday for our weekly morning joint podcast. Music, cannabis, sports, but not in that order. I love you.